Hi, my name is Ajisatria Suleiman, and I come from an urban middle-class family in Jakarta, Indonesia. I used to aspire to become a corporate investment banker until I realized that there is something inherently wrong with the way Indonesia practices its democracy and rule of law. So when I was 12 years old, I witnessed with my own eyes the riots and the lootings that happened following the 1998 political turmoil and presidential transition. I began to understand the significant value of having the voices of the citizens heard, something that I had taken for granted in my egalitarian family value. Since then, I have witnessed how this country has evolved. Indonesia's political democracy has flourished now and has grown mature. But unfortunately, I still view that genuine public participation especially in lawmaking, remains lacking. And on the contrary, administrative bureaucracy is getting bigger, and regulatory process system is even becoming more complex. As an ordinary citizen, I've experienced how policy changes have affected even my personal life. I find it unsettling that there is no proper channel to empower citizens to voice out their concerns. So as a result, I've been building a professional career path that enables me to gather the necessary skills, knowledge, credentials, and networks to understand how the law and policy making actually works in practice, and eventually find a way to engineer change. Today, I would consider myself as an independent public policy lawyer. I basically help external parties draft law, analyze the ramifications of legislative proposals, prepare policy inputs, and eventually communicate with policymakers. I have to say that the path that I'm currently taking is a lonely one. It is difficult to explain to fellow lawyers how my works have been non-litigation but also non-transactionals. And for some people, they thought I only did bits and pieces of random works that did not seem to make any connection with each other. To prospective partners, I spent considerable amount of time and resources to make them understand the value of civic engagement without the need of having to be connected to the old oligarchs that used to rule Indonesia. However, the rewards, as far as exposure is concerned, have been very satisfying. Within a relatively short period of time, I get 360 degrees bird-eye view of everything in practice. The status of my independence allows me to move around comfortably among different stakeholders, from NGOs, trade associations, industry groups, private sectors, political leaders, government officials, donors, business executives, and many others. So I get the exposure on policy practice and the regulatory process to the fullest extent. I grasp the concept of participatory governance at the most practical level, and eventually I get the hands-on practice of some development jargon such as community empowerment, commercial diplomacy, or open government. So at the end of the day, my ultimate aim is to create a tectonic shift in the practice of democracy and lawmaking in Indonesia, from backdoor dealing to more transparent engagement, from network-based intervention to knowledge-based influence. I would like to see a genuine democracy where not only the citizens can speak and also the market can be open, but also a democracy where the government can actually listen and be responsive to aspiration. I envision that all of these work would eventually lead to a disruptive innovation in Indonesia's rule of law and democracy, a non-conventional method of legal and policy practice that helps create a new market and new value, and eventually disrupts an existing market and the way we do business as usual. So, going back to my original career plan, I may not become an investment banker or equity trader, but I'm still an entrepreneur in that economic sense. I take full responsibility of my action, and I also take full control of my professional products and deliverables. I like the idea of being independent. And as a matter of fact, that is the main reason why I'm so passionate about participatory governance, genuine dialogue and democratic state, and open relationship between the state, the market, and the society. Because it basically empowers you to be liberated, to be free from to be free from bureaucracy, to be free from academic orthodoxy, and even to be free from commercial interests. as Amartya Sen would imply, the true notion of development lies at the capacity and even more the audacity for us human beings to be actually free and liberated. Thank you.